Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Arc Tall Indoor-Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is going to be the 32050. So this is made to be very rugged, great construction. I'll talk more about how it's made later in the video. To be outside. So this is an outdoor wall sconce. However, I think this is so beautiful you can use this inside with no problem at all. No one would ever know it's an outdoor sconce. There's already some indoor arc sconces, not this large. So I think this would be great to join those other ones inside because people absolutely love this fixture. Let's get into some of the details on it. So 37.6 inches overall height from the bottom to the very top. The width is coming in at 10.1. Projection from the wall coming out is 6.5. So the mounting height, that's a distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the junction box. This is your junction box. A 4-inch J box is coming in at 15.7. Backplate is 31.5 by 7. And it's 23.6 pounds, just so you know. A lot of that's going to be glass because this is an aluminum fixture, because it's an outdoor fixture from Hubbardton Forge, and they always use aluminum. So let's get into a couple other things about that. So I want to show you more detail, and how we do it is we look at the installations instructions first. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, which is going to be this incredible curved thick glass. It's going to be white swirl glass. You're going to be very surprised at how substantial and thick this glass is when you get it in your hands. It's a beautiful piece on its own. It's art glass. It's called slump glass. So it's done in a kiln and it kind of drops into a mold. Very, very thick, gorgeous stuff. Now, going back to our installations instructions, you're going to see lots of good line drawings, schematic drawings of the back of this, the inside of this, and how it's going to go on your junction box. So take advantage of that if you can. You're going to notice in the parts list there's also going to be 2 of these clear bulb shields. Basically, they're going to go down over the socket. There's one coming up this way, there's one coming up this way on the bottom to keep rain off if you are using this outside. If you're using this inside, you're not going to be needing to use those, but you still can. There's no difference. They're clear anyway, so light's going to come straight through them. But if you're outside, you definitely have to use them. So that dictates the size of the bulb on this. So before we go there, why don't we talk about the sockets on this and what you can get. It's going to be using these E26 medium base sockets, one facing down, one facing up. They're going to be housed in metal, so you won't see the porcelain part of this, but they are just a regular screw-in bulb. If you are in California and you are pulling permits for new construction or renovation, and the building inspector is going to come out, electrical inspector, to inspect what you are doing, they may want you to do this. And this is an GU24 socket. So you see the difference between the two. This will only accept these GU24 LEDs that snap in. They look kind of like this, but they have, instead of this on the bottom, they kind of go in and they just snap in. They don't let you ever use an incandescent bulb, and that's the whole point of these guys. However, if you are not pulling permits, you just order the regular version and you can put in your own LEDs. You don't have to worry about that. But it's a California permit thing. If you're looking to do that, just email us to get a quote on that. Say you're looking at the 32050. You need to get a GU24 socket set up, California Title 24. I go through the customs department, get a quote for you, send it back to you, and then you're going to be all set. So circling back to this, so this is a T9 bulb, and the T9 dictates it's like 1 1/8 in diameter. So, but it has to be a 5-inch tall bulb. That's going to be the caveat to this. If you want to go for incandescent, Hubbardton says you can go up to 100 watt max because of the heat generated by a bulb like this, an incandescent bulb like this. I don't think you should even bother with that. These are used commonly in exit signs all over the place. So you can get this in every store, hardware store you walk into. All the home centers, online, Amazon, all that stuff, Walmart will have them. Easy to find. So that said, when you're doing the LED version of it, you might be able to, I found this in a 75 watt equivalent. So that's pretty good as far as when you get into bulbs this small in the LED world. The light coming out of this bulb, they're going to be offering this to you in different ways, and we talk about that in every video too. 2700 Kelvin, super yellow like a setting sun. 4000 Kelvin, that's going to be bluish white light coming out of it, out of the bulb. And that's going to be like an overcast day or maybe a convenience store. So in the middle of all that, what we use in our showroom is 3000 Kelvin, and that's warm white, soft white. The light coming down from this LED above looks like a nice glow of an incandescent bulb. You might be using this on a covered porch or on your patio or on the pool, and you're going to hang out with your friends late into the evening and you want to get this to go down to be almost like candlelight. I might go for a 2700 Kelvin dimmable version if I'm going to do that. But if I'm not in that situation, if I'm putting this by the front door or on the garage or something like that, I'm probably going to go for a 3000 Kelvin. That's going to give me the better light for doing those kind of things. Also, like I said, dimmable version. If you're going to be going in that direction, just get a dimmable version of the bulb. If you want to see what this is going to look like in your project, doesn't matter if it's inside or outside, send me a picture of what you guys have going on. So send me a picture of the room if it's going to be inside, send me a picture of the garage or the front door or a corridor or whatever you're doing outside. I can take my powerful AI tools, take this fixture, put them into your room or outside, send them back to you so you get a free rendering of this whole thing before you ever buy it. It's a great opportunity. You should definitely take advantage of it. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world at Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. On those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.